I'm Dr. Ryan DeBell from The Movement Fix. This is Movement Fix Monday. I'm in Boulder, Colorado at Apex Movement Boulder. And what we're going to look at in this video is the basics of rolling. And I think Amos is somewhere around here going to help us look at, oh, they're just rolling right into the camera. So what we're going to do is, I know very little about parkour, and I know very little about rolling. And so we have one of the maybe world best roller parkour experts here who's going to take me through it and kind of give us some basics on that. So I'm going to hand the mic over. He's going to take me through the basics of how to do it and show us a general idea. Now this is, from my understanding, a pretty complex skill in terms of the progression. So we're going to go over it quickly, sort of the basics in a nutshell.
Yeah.
All right?
All right, the parkour roll. This technique is used to dissipate landing forces, so we have a higher human potential, we can take bigger drops. It's also very important for falling. Okay. So let's go ahead and start like this. Bring it over here to this mat. It's important you know first that this is not a gymnastics roll, which would look like this.
That's what I would think of.
All right, yeah, so the gymnastics roll leaves your head and your neck very vulnerable, as well as your spine. You can feel if you round your back, all the vertebrae there will strike the concrete. You've got your tailbone, your PSIS. So instead, the parkour roll is across the spine. We're gonna start on our upper back right here, and we're gonna roll to our opposite hip. So in order to do that, we're gonna squat down. We're not gonna give you too much to think about. You're simply, actually, you know what? I'll have you right here on this mat, and you'll just follow along. Okay. So from this position, you're gonna just reach out to one side. Throw your hands out there. Whatever side you're reaching out to, your opposite shoulder is gonna be the shoulder you roll over. Okay. From here, you're gonna tuck your chin into the same side armpit as the direction you're reaching out. That's right. Then we're gonna use our feet to initiate the roll, to push, and you're just gonna round your back and focus on going across the spine. Okay. So go ahead and give that a shot.
So hands here.
Yep.
Head here, and then.
Exactly right. All right, just one rep. We'll move on.
I'm sure there's things I could probably clean up.
Oh no, for this stage, that's perfect. Okay. So the next thing you want to focus on is what your hands are doing more precisely. So we're making a triangle shape. Reason we're doing that is because we want to use as much muscle as possible between our head, neck, and spine and the ground. Whereas a lot of martial artists will use techniques where they thread through, kind of like that, or like half circles. We don't want to do that because your hand can slip on the ground and you can break your collarbone. Also, this is just more precise in guiding the ground to your upper back. Okay. Because shoulder roll is actually a bit of a misnomer. We're not landing on the top of our shoulders, we're actually landing on our upper backs. Okay. This could be detrimental. You can separate your AC joint, break your collarbone. So, you'll want to make this triangle shape. Go ahead and make that really quick. You can show the camera as well. We're going to take that triangle shape and put it down at one of our hips. And that's going to simulate bringing the ground up over our shoulder into this position here. Okay. So if you can't see from here, you're doing it wrong. So go ahead and follow along. Yep, that's right. Now let's go down the opposite triangle.
Oh, I should be
down here.
Here then.
Yeah, and let's start down here and bring it across again. There, perfect. And then let's get a couple reps. Switch sides. There you go. Awesome. So you're gonna do that on the ground now. We're gonna squat down again. Okay. I want you to imagine yourself inside of a box here. In one of those top corners, you're gonna place that triangle. There you go. Awesome. Now from there, we're gonna do that same thing again, focusing on going across the spine.
This is just a guide, but essentially...
Awesome. You could round your back just a little bit more. Okay. All right, now let's look at what the feet are doing, because that rep was plenty good. Okay. If you're landing into a roll, and you are using the roll to dissipate landing forces, it's really important that your feet are side by side. You don't want to land like this because you're taking the impact asymmetrically. So we want to come in with our feet side by side. However, on the way out, we're actually going to have a stagger, and it's important how you do this. So watch closely. Notice how I rolled over my right shoulder and my right foot is further out. That's really important compared to the opposite of that, which looks like this, where I can smack this foot on the concrete. This is less efficient of a transition. I can get tangled up here. I can even trip over my own foot. So again, whatever shoulder you roll over, that same side foot goes further out. Go ahead and give that a try.
Okay, got it. So now
yep, same thing. Now focus on your feet on the way out. Awesome, good job, good job. Because you got that right away, I'm gonna add one more thing. Okay. Instead of plantar flexion on the tucked knee, which was here for you, I want you to dorsiflex. Your toes towards your shin here, and come out in that position. Go ahead and give that a shot.
Sure. Let's see if I can do it.
Almost, that was close.
Almost there.
Almost there, good.
Landing on the flat foot. Almost?
Actually, we're not going to get into too many of the complicated details. It takes years to get to a point where you can take drops onto concrete. And so we'll stick to the more basic stuff that you can do on mats and grass.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. Let's actually go on to the last part, and that is landing into the roll. So landing into the roll, the main thing I want you to focus on is a one smooth transition, no pauses. If I pause anywhere in there, the roll didn't actually help dissipate those forces. So instead, I want you to focus on one fluid movement. We're gonna start simulating just from our toes. So go ahead and stand at your mat. Stand up on our toes at your own pace. Lower yourself down into your roll. Go ahead and give that a shot.
No matter what side you guys are on, make sure you're getting these guys.
Nice, nice. Now let's speed that up a little bit. Same thing. From here, lean forward, speed up. Nice. Now let's give it a little hop. Give that a shot.
A psychological barrier.
Nice, good. All right, let's increase the jump just a little bit more.
Okay.
Awesome, you can see how the roll starts coming faster and faster, and you gotta be ready for that. So for that reason, you wouldn't wanna jump off something high. You'd wanna get a lot of reps at ground level before you start increasing the speed and the height.
Okay.
That's your basic parkour roll.
Awesome. That's great. So people should start in the squat, stand up, toes, go down, and then start jumps.
Actually, if we don't have mats, maybe this will help your viewers. If you don't have mats, one way you can start is just because the biggest risk is running your shoulder into the ground. You can actually start with the shoulder already on the ground in this position here.
Okay.
I'm gonna straighten out the opposite side leg here. I'm gonna thread through this arm of the side that the shoulder's down. And then from here, I can still tuck my chin and push. And I can focus on going across the spine, getting used to that without the risk of hitting the shoulder. But seeing how we're using mats, it's a faster progression.
Awesome. All right, so totally out of my element. But the importance of that, anytime someone's out doing something, trip, fall, being able to dissipate forces into the roll. And so one of the things that we kind of just talked about was, I'm pretty good at doing it maybe on my right side.
Right.
But I would imagine there's a lot of importance on doing it the other side, right? Because you can't control what way you're going to fall in the real world if something happened.
Exactly.
So maybe I have to do both sides just as much. I might have to do my left side more because I'm worse at it.
For sure. Actually, I sped through that with you just on one side, but normally you'd want to rep each phase of that progression on both sides.
Great.
So yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So definitely something to work on and a great progression. I would do it with a mat, I think, to start for people who haven't done it, like you said, because, man, if you hit your spine or your shoulder,
actually,
definitely not enjoyable.
That's something to say is that the concrete presents so many more strike points, and the roll is highly complicated on hard surfaces, especially taking drops. So you should stick to grass and mats for a long time before you can address those. And even then, you should probably have a trained professional parkour instructor at your disposal before you start taking drops onto concrete, because it's a whole new world. So
great, awesome. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Thanks, you guys, for letting me come in here and work around with you and work on this stuff with you. And thank you, appreciate it. So make sure if you're in Boulder, come check out Apex Movement Boulder. There's also locations in Denver and California, some other locations around Colorado as well. You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Apex Movement.
Apex Movement, Amos Rendao, Ryan Demon Ford.
Yep, all great resources. And if you don't follow the Movement Fix on Facebook, make sure to go to facebook.com/Movement Fix. You could also find me on Instagram at the Movement Fix. I'll see you guys next week.